Guys, you got to see what I put together for you all. Come look. I made a solar system.
I need to commandeer your vessel to Sector 12. Who's in charge?
Hey. What are you doing?
Whoa, I didn't see you there.
Look at this. This is awesome.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Don't
I
eat
don't
that.
know.
No.
Why not? It's so...
No, that's my...
It's a Skittle. Oh, I love Skittles, especially green ones. They're my favorite.
She
oh
just
my
ruined
God.
my solar system, everybody.
Your solar system?
Yeah, what do you think that was?
Oh, I don't know. I thought you had a weird way of storing your fruit.
Weird.
I'm just saying.
What did you think the Skittle was?
I don't know.
What did you think the Skittle was?
I don't know. It was a Skittle. It was good.
Like,
Do you have any more?
no, I don't have any more. That was my only one.
Oh, okay.
Trying to make-
Well, now you're missing a planet.
I know. Guess what?
I don't know.
Can you see this really cool thing that I have right here?
No, I can't see. What do you have?
Well, I mean, it's super, super cool, and it does, like, it's got these wings. Let me see if I can show you. Here, let me get it right. Let me see if I can show
How
you.
am I supposed to see you?
What do you mean?
There's this
You
giant
can
bag
see
of
me.
trash. I can't see it because of this stupid bag of trash right here.
Well, I didn't put it here.
Well, neither did I.
Then maybe you should take care of it.
No.
You ate my Skittle.
So I didn't put the trash here. Trash is not my job. I think you should take the trash out and get rid of it.
But I didn't put it here.
I mean, literally all I can see is your hair.
Is it pretty?
That's like the top of your head.
At least I still have hair.
Yes, you do.
It's going
But
away.
that doesn't take care of the trash.
You gotta-
I mean,
Well, that doesn't sound like it's my problem. I got this really cool thing that I'm playing with over here.
I think it's your problem. I think you should take care of it.
I didn't put it here.
All right, well, let's play. Want to play a game to see if who gets rid of the trash?
Yes, because I know I'm gonna win.
No.
I always only win. I never
No,
lose.
I think I'm gonna win. I'm good at this game. So let's play rock, paper, scissors. And whoever loses, we'll do it 3 times.
Okay.
Whoever loses has to take that trash out.
Okay,
Are you okay with that?
sure. I
All
guess
right.
so.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Here, let me just do this. All right, ready?
Uh-huh.
All right, make sure they can see us.
All right.
All right, ready?
I'm gonna win.
Okay, rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh no. Best 2 out of 3.
All right.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Yes. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. You guys are seeing this, right? What was that? No! That means you have to take the trash out.
No, I just won.
Right. So the winner had to take the trash. That's what we
No,
agreed on. You guys
no,
saw that, right?
I won. That means
You
you
saw
have to
it.
take the trash out.
No, that
Did you
is
see
not
that?
how this works.
He's trying to cheat again.
I'm not trying to cheat. We decided on
I
these rules
won 2
before.
out of 3.
We decided on these rules before. So you take the trash, and I'm gonna sit over here and play with my really cool toy.
Fine.
Okay?
All right.
Okay. And maybe we should just kick it over to Cassandra for Bible breakdown,
We probably should do that.
since we can't stop fighting.
You're right.
Thanks, Daniel and Kim. Watching them reminds me of what I like to call an SEP. That stands for someone else's problem. When you see something like trash on the ground and you think to yourself, I didn't put the trash there, it's not my problem, it's not my fault, that's someone else's problem. That's an SEP. Let's be honest. We can be pretty selfish sometimes. We care about our own needs and don't even see what might need to be done around us. Dishes in the sink? A pile of laundry? That stuff outside your room or on the stairs that's been literally sitting there for months and you step over it every time. You see it, but you do nothing. Sometimes we might even see what needs to be done, but assume that someone else will take care of it. It's not our job, right? They'll take care of it. That's an SEP. But what if you were they? Hear me out. What if you were the one who saw something and did something about it? What if you didn't wait for someone else to take care of the problem staring you in the face? Could you make a difference? Could one person actually make things better? These are great questions, and they're at the heart of what we're looking at today. It's so important to God that this guy has a book in the Bible named after him. His name is Nehemiah. Let's check it out. Nehemiah is actually written in a very cool way. It's in first person. Some books in the Bible are letters to other people and other people's accounts of what Jesus did, but this one reads like a diary, straight from the hand of Nehemiah. See, Nehemiah was a cupbearer for the king in Persia. A cupbearer is a kind of like a bodyguard, but with food. People are always plotting against the king, and to ensure his food wasn't poisoned, the king would have someone else taste it first. And that was Nehemiah's job. If he didn't die from taking a sip of the drink or a bite of the food, well, then all was good. And Nehemiah's family was originally from a place called Jerusalem. So when his brother Hanani one day came back and returned from a trip to Jerusalem, Nehemiah asked how things were going, a chance to get some news about his friends and fellow Jews in the city. But the news, it wasn't good. The walls around Jerusalem were destroyed. They were completely broken down, and that was a really big deal. The wall surrounding Jerusalem had stood for hundreds and hundreds of years. The wall was both a protection against enemies and a monument, a blessing from God. The walls were impressive. However, when the Babylonian Empire conquered and destroyed Jerusalem, the people were scattered and the city was left in ruins. Since then, the Persian Empire had conquered the Babylonian Empire. And remember, Nehemiah worked for the king of Persia. And now the big, strong, fortified walls laid in ruins. And a city without walls could never prosper. The people there would live in constant fear of being attacked. The news affected Nehemiah deeply. In fact, he sat down and wept. And not just for one day, but for several days. He wept. He refused to eat any food. He was incredibly sad. But he did one other thing as well. He prayed to God, not just for a day or a week, but for 4 months. He knew how he felt, that something needed to be done, but he also knew that he had to listen to God, to pray, and to prepare. After months on his knees before the Lord, he was ready. So he went to see the king. The king immediately noticed something was wrong with Nehemiah. So the king asked him, "Why are you looking so sad?" Now you have to understand, people were put to death for addressing the king in the wrong way. This was a guy who had the reputation for not messing around. Nehemiah took a deep breath and addressed the king in a polite but passionate way. These are Nehemiah's words. "I said to the king, 'May you live forever. Why shouldn't I look sad? The city where my people long ago are buried has been destroyed, and fire has burned up its gates.' The king said to me, 'What do you want?' I prayed to the God of heaven. Then I answered the king, 'Are you pleased with me, king? If it pleases you, send me to Judah. Let me go to the city of Jerusalem. That's where my people are buried. I want to rebuild it.'" Okay, guys, this was super, super bold. The king of Persia, the king of the empire that had conquered the Babylonians, who had destroyed Jerusalem, was listening to this Jewish person, asking him to go and rebuild the very city that had been conquered and made part of his empire. Nehemiah asked God for the right words, and God helped him. But listen, Nehemiah wasn't finished being bold. It wasn't just that he had asked to go back to rebuild it. He was going to ask the king to basically pay for it. Nehemiah was like, "Hey king, I like to go and do this, and oh, by the way, can we have this, and oh, this too, and these things, and this please, and we'll take all of that." The king could have been totally annoyed with all of these requests and ordered Nehemiah to be punished. But he wasn't, and he didn't. God had moved in the king's heart, and God had given Nehemiah such favor with the king that he gave Nehemiah everything he asked for. Officers, you got it. Horsemen, of course. letters of passage, and sending money with you, all of it was given to Nehemiah for his journey to Jerusalem. Nehemiah set out immediately for Jerusalem. When he arrived, he was heartbroken. It was as if he came back to his home and everything had been burned down. Everything was in shambles and the people were saddened. However, he noticed that everyone was simply stepping over the stones and walking around the piles. No one was doing anything to solve the problem right in front of them. Then, in the middle of the night, he and a few trusted friends took a donkey and went to get a close-up look of what he was facing. He needed to know how big the project actually was that he was about to take on. At last, Nehemiah got a real look at the devastation. Jagged piles of rock lay everywhere. The gates were gone and scorched. Gaping holes were in their place. It was worse than he could have ever imagined. After seeing the damage, he knew he couldn't do this alone. It was a huge undertaking. Only God could help him with it. So Nehemiah gathered the officials together and gave a very passionate speech. I said to them, "You can see the trouble we're in. Jerusalem has been destroyed. Fire has burned up its gates. Come on, let's rebuild the wall of Jerusalem. The people won't be ashamed anymore." I also told them how gracious God was helping me, and I told them what the king had said to me. Nehemiah inspired those he talked to, and they agreed to do whatever it took to start this massive job to rebuild the wall. I think one of the coolest things about the story is how God was with Nehemiah the entire time. He gave him the right words to say to the king. He helped him across the hard journey to get to Jerusalem. He moved on the hearts of the officials and the people in Jerusalem to inspire them to help with the wall. And God was going to help Nehemiah create a plan to make it all happen. God was with Nehemiah, and he was helping him accomplish a humongous task. And the thing is, God is with us. He is with you and me as well. And he can do big things through us too. The first step, notice that something needs to be done. The second step, doing something about it. Showing initiative means getting things done, not waiting for someone else to do it. That's what Nehemiah did when he started rebuilding the wall around Jerusalem. Don't just see what needs to be done, do something about it. When Jesus saw a need, he did something about it. He healed people who needed healing. He taught people who needed to learn. And Jesus took care of our greatest need when he died on the cross for our sins. See a need, fill a need. Jesus did it for us. Now we get to do it for others. That's why our big idea today is don't wait for someone else to do what needs to be done.
Well,
That was a good
it
lesson.
was. And I guess, sometimes you just have to do something even though you don't want to.
I know. She had a good point. It made me feel bad. I know that trash isn't mine.
And it's
I
not
know
mine.
I didn't put it there.
And I didn't put it there either.
But I know that it's something that I should do. I should take the trash out. So I'll take the trash out.
No, let me. Why don't you let me? I saw it first. I was sitting here at the table. I just ignored it when I sat down and you came in because
That's very nice of you, Dan. You bet. I was such a brat. I seriously, let me take the trash out. I'll
No,
take it out.
I'm gonna
No,
do it.
I'll do it.
I
I'll
got
do
it. I got
I'll
it.
do it.
Let
I'll
me-
do it. No! Oh my God!
Kim!
What did you do? Look at this mess.
It's such a huge mess. And you guys, you probably can't see it because now there's a table in the way, but we spilled the trash everywhere. So why don't we
it's on
just,
my hands.
why don't we just pick it up together?
Why don't we do that?
Okay.